My name is Sarah. I am 28 years old. I work in a large, quiet library in the heart of the city. My life was peaceful, much like the old books that surround me every day. I liked the silence. But then Arian arrived. Arian is 35 years old. He joined as our new library manager. He has a calm presence and a voice as soft as a whisper. When he speaks, it feels like a beautiful melody playing in the background. At first, he was just my boss. I greeted him, I smiled, and I went back to my shelves. But slowly, something began to change. I started looking forward to seeing him. I loved the way he looked at books and the way he looked at me. One afternoon, he placed a rare book on my desk and said softly, "Sarah, you have a very rare and beautiful perspective on things." My heart skipped a beat. No one had ever noticed me like that before. Another time, while reaching for a book on a high shelf, he stood close to me to help. He didn't touch me, but I could feel the warmth of his presence. My hands trembled, and I had to look away so he wouldn't see the blush on my face. But then came the day that changed everything. I went into his office to drop off some files and saw a silver frame on his desk. It was a picture of a beautiful woman and a little girl with his eyes. He was married. He had a family. A heavy weight settled in my chest. I walked back to my desk in a daze. I told myself, "Sarah, stop. This is wrong. He belongs to someone else." But the heart doesn't listen to logic. I was already in love with a man I could never have. One Sunday, I went to the riverside to find some peace. As I sat watching the water, I heard a familiar laugh. It was Arian. He was chasing a little girl near the water, and his wife was watching them with a bright smile. They looked like a perfect painting of happiness. I hid behind my umbrella, praying he wouldn't see me. Watching him be a husband and a father made the reality hurt even more. He wasn't just a boss. He was the center of someone else's world. I went home that night and cried until I felt empty. Monday morning was the hardest. I tried to avoid him, but he came to my desk. He noticed my tired eyes. "Sarah," he said, his voice dropping to a low, emotional tone, "you are very important to me. I know I shouldn't say this. I have responsibilities. But you have brought a light into my life that I didn't know was missing." I felt a rush of joy, followed by a sharp pain. I looked him in the eyes and whispered, "Arian, you are important to me too, but I cannot be the reason for someone else's tears. You have a beautiful family. We can't do this." He nodded slowly, his eyes full of regret. We stood there in the silence of the library, a silence that said everything we couldn't. After that day, we kept our distance. The air between us was still heavy, but we respected the boundary. I realized that loving someone doesn't always mean owning them. Sometimes, the greatest act of love is letting go. I started focusing on myself. I started writing, traveling, and finding joy in my own company. Arian will always have a special place in my heart, but I am no longer waiting for him. I am free. I am ready for my own story to begin. Thank you for listening to this story on the English Lingo Tales. Love can be complicated and painful, but the most important love is the one you give to yourself. If this story touched your heart, please give it a like and subscribe for more emotional English lessons and stories. Share your thoughts in the comments below. I love hearing from you. Until next time, take care of your heart